the deal? Let's see. You just got this laptop. So birthday present and all that. But I got a laptop and some microphones. Supposedly. The microphones, supposedly that came. I don't know if y'all seen that new the gang spitter. Yeah, for sure, on the dead homies. Look, the gang spitter, you know his new shit. He talking about 1090J trying to save Young Thug, and he talking with that little microphone. On the dead homies, I got the same shit. But I was supposed to get his color. That's why I'm mad as a motherfucker. I was supposed to have the same thing as the gang spitter, that microphone in his truck. Mine was supposed to be the same color, right? Why am I shipping on the thing, the label say black, open them up, hot pink than a motherfucker. I'm talking about pink fuzzy ball for me, and that little microphone that he using, that's supposed to be for somebody else. But y'all didn't know that. Yep, same shit. Y'all got a laptop and a microphone, so now it's finna be way worse content. Like I'm finna go brazy. Cause now I'm finna kick people's teeth in. Oh, and by the way, my birthday was yesterday. That's why I didn't go live. 2 days before my birthday, I don't know if y'all was really paying attention to my live, but Ebony, when I called her, when I said, hey, get up out there, why you licking that? Ebony had, she had licked some poison. Rest in peace, Ebony. Ebony died on the 23rd, gang. Ebony up out of here, gang. Yeah, Ebony got up out of here, gang. I don't know what she was licking on, but yeah, she Ebony got up out of here, y'all. Ebony is rest in peace. Yup. So yeah, I had to yeah, on the dead homies. I had to pay $90 for her I had to pay $90 for her burial. Dead homies, I got the paperwork. Ebony up out of here. She was 2 years, 8 months. She would have been 3 years old February 12th. Yep, dead homie. Yep, she was on live. Remember my last live? She was on the deck, on the porch. And I said, what the fuck is you doing over there in that motherfucking shit? I said, man, that shit kill flies. I told a couple of people that I know. They said, yeah, remember when you said that? They was like, yeah, yep, yeah, good looking out. Yeah, so Ebony started looking on that concentrated fly killer. And when I caught her, she already looked like she had took two, because she already had her tongue back and looked like she was doing another one. And I was like, get your ass out of there. Get your ass off the deck. You ain't even supposed to be up here. I remember I said that, but I didn't think about it. So she get to playing. She was good for a whole day. And then I fed her that night. She was acting weird. I know I petted her a long time because I was out there smoking a big, you know. When certain people come in, I don't smoke bigs in the house, especially when kids around. So I went out there and pet her for a long time. And then I fed her. And then she just kept watching me all night. But I was walking back and forth. I was walking back and forth by the pool table down here. I don't know what I was doing or what I was getting, but every time she was laying down, she would see motion in there and she'd see it's me and she would put her head up. And then she'll stand up and just be watching me, like she always do since a puppy. She a Rottweiler, and yeah, she was acting good. The next morning, when I came back that evening to go pick up my computer, my laptop, I seen her on the ground, and it looked like a gang of flies was by her face, but her ears was moving, like get up off me, get up off me. So I thought she was asleep. So as I started walking closer, she started having like seizures or some shit like that. So I walk up and I look, I said, Ebony. And she ain't moving. Ebony is, I say her name one time, she popping up like popcorn. No questions asked. She gets cracking like egg. She don't care who it is, what dog, the police. Nigga, if I tell her the word, she gon' get you. Facts. There wasn't no back and forth with Ebony. She see you even look like you finna do something dangerous, you out of here. She like the worst homie you could ever have that's super crash. And then she gonna chase your ass. And then you ain't getting away. And when we picked her up, she was heavy as fuck. Even the ladies, they didn't, like the doctors and the nurses, when they got her out the back of the Benz, nigga, they pulled her with the towel, and they was like, oh, this ain't enough. So they had to go in there and get a blanket, like how they do people that rest in peace in their home. Nigga, they had to get that and get her up out of there. It took 3 nurses. I was finna help. They was like, no, we got it. I guess because you paying for their service. But it took 3 girls to haul Ebony up out the back seat. And we were driving on the way when she was still like having convulsions. It was like bad seizures. And yeah, we was on our way and I was petting the back of her head the whole time. Like, come on. Ooh. So I just, come on, Ebony. And then I could see, like, when I was calling her name, it seemed like it was making it worse because she was trying to shake out of it, but she couldn't. So I think that made her heart rate go up, all the shit, you know? Maybe I should have did that, but I don't know what I should have did. She was just convulsion. Like, and it wasn't even a lot of foam. It was just foam on the mouth. It wasn't like crazy. It wasn't crazy foam. It was like weird. But yeah, dead homies. That's why, that's why I haven't been on live since. And then my birthday popped off. So, so once that went down, then you already know. Nigga get up and nigga be like, fuck that internet. Nigga, I get to it when I get to it. But for sure that. But anyways, 1090 Jake been on a rampage since I've been gone. Oh yeah, this is my little birthday present and shit, man. Let y'all check it out. See, I'm just now setting it up. Feel me? Just now setting it up. You know, that's a little cover for the keyboard and shit. That's a little box, you feel me? Little shit, so, that's how I'm bumming. So it's about to get way more worse. And then I got some little help too from a young little 9th grader gonna help me out. That's the crazy part about it. And he know his shit. So I'm gonna have a little 9th grader be helping me out. And I'm gonna help him get his channel up. And whenever he wanna introduce it over here, that's what he gonna do, But it ain't no pressure or nothing like that. But what's going on though, man? Everybody on that Young Thug stuff, man. I don't even know why everybody acting like that shit new. Yep, good looking out. You want to send something to the chat, send something through the chat, super chat, or you can hit the cash app, the $ PBF 400. You gonna see my face on it. Oh no, my birthday just, yeah. Said, be careful with that computer. Hell yeah. I gotta get a case and everything. Yep. And that's what I'm finna push. Like way harder with the content because, when I first started YouTube, I was doing it off an 85-inch TV, a smart TV, you feel me, Samsung. So, you know what I mean? Like eventually a nigga gonna get better and do better and shit. Even the money that I've been making off of YouTube, I ain't even touched it, just letting it stack. That's how thirsty I am for the money. You feel me? I still got 7 months worth of, and then not even the whole 7 months because you got to get a certain amount of people to even get monetized. So if you ain't even got a certain amount of viewers, subscribers, you ain't getting monetized. That's a fact. They want to see you, first they'll tell you, you got to have 500. 500, I think, is really to say they make you official to saying, we recognize you as YouTube as being a legit, whatever you're doing, podcast, whatever. You're just a channel. So then once you think you in, nah, you got to get to 1,000. You got to get to 1,000. Then once you get to 1,000, that's when they kind of talk to you different. Guaranteed. Once you hit over 1,500, then they gonna talk to you different. Then when you get to 2 racks, then they gonna talk to you different. And then they gonna put that AI on all your videos. So now the words and the stuff you used to get away with when you was a smaller channel, no more. You could even look back at my early videos where I only had like 39 people or something watching my lives. Nigga, you know how wild I used to be talking brazy than a motherfucker on there? And now that I got more viewers and subscribers, they be on my ass for anything. Like if I get on a certain topic, I guess they be wilding out. They be thinking I be wilding out like Charleston White. Yeah. No. He said somebody ripped my hair. No, that's called going to bed without a do-rag. But I don't know why niggas be on other niggas like that. God damn. Y'all act like I look like 607 nigga. And my shit together. My shit ain't bald-headed on the sides, nigga. My shit ain't pitch-patched up. My shit ain't got a big one, some little ass one that's hanging by a thread. Then he gotta go stitch it back in and nigga putting rubber bands in it. Man, that nigga shit is fake. He got fake content, fake hair, fake news. 607 the punk and the drunk. The super doped out flunk. That's what he is. Get a new barber. I haven't seen a barber in 10, almost 11 years. What are you talking about, little bruh? What are you talking about, little bruh? Yeah, all the way real. Don't it look real? Don't it look real? Huh? Don't my shit look real? Huh? I ain't faking with my hair. My name ain't Brick Baby. My name is not Brick Baby. My name is not motherfucking Bosco the Buster. Look, this is real hair. This is me. This is what it looks like when you put dreads together. You feel me? To make your wigs. You see that? You see that dread still trying to get up in there? Yeah, that's what happens when it's real hair. Then when you put bleach on them bitches, that's when your shit start breaking off. You know how long ago this blonde hair was? Let me take you back in the Neptune Say Less moments. Spaceship, nigga. Remember when Lil Durk had the blonde dreads? You remember way back when Young Thugga, yeah. Remember when he had the blonde nappy dreads? You know, the dreads with the naps in the front? Why did y'all not tell him something about his hair? Well, that's how long I had this blonde. And you know what? The difference between me and them, you can always see my roots. You did? So I don't be walking around here looking like I'm a refugee from Somalia, Ghana. No, sir, ski. I still look American. But y'all didn't say nothing to Young Thug while he was doing that shit. So get off my ass. I'm talking about when Young Thug used to have, I said my blonde in my hair is when Lil Durk and way back Young Thug had blonde dreads. Keep up with the convo. This is why my blondes is in my hair like this, all through it. Because my hair was blonde like Young Thug and all them niggas. Yes. And then I didn't have all the colors. I didn't have red. I didn't have like a brown. I didn't have jet black. I didn't have green. I never had blue. I ain't never had no weird ass colors. Yeah, I did enough. Cause I remember when I went from blonde dreads to the red dreads, that's when I met Brick Baby in the county jail. That's why I could add everything up. When I had all blonde dreads and I met Brick Baby in county jail, the po nigga asking for soups, asking for meat, asking for who gonna cook his spread at the end of the night in the county jail. Brick is the trick. Brick Baby, yes. Hell yeah. That's when I whipped it red. That's why he said, yeah, that nigga with the red dread. My shit was bright. Just imagine my hair going from bleach blonde straight to red. I might even post that. I might post it today on my YouTube, the red dreads. And I got a red motherfucking tank top. Yep, I was like 35. That was like 5-6 years ago since I seen Brick Baby. And he was doing the same fucking thing, asking me questions just like he was on No Jumper about Bosco. Bosco this. Hey, you be seeing Bosco? And I said the same thing to his face. That's why he probably did that podcast. I mean, that's probably why he did that video on me, because he asked me in the county jail. I was like, bruh, stop asking. I told him just like this, bruh, stop asking me about Bosco. He don't be in the hood. He was like, yeah, but a lot of niggas know Bosco. He really from your hood. I said, he got put on like everybody else, but he was a grown man. He just kept trying to get like more information. I was like, bruh. I told him this too. I didn't grow up with Bosco. Bosco didn't grow up with us. I told anybody to ask me. No, nigga, and Brick Baby was just asking me questions like he was on No Jumper. And this is way before he even got on No Jumper. That's why I could tell how him and Bosco, they good like commentators, because they be the type of ha-ha, he-he, talky ass niggas in jail. Like, they'll be from a hood, but they'll be like the nice niggas. Not like that, you know what I mean? But they'll rather talk it out, or, I don't know. They was acting like they was already senior citizens in the game, but you supposed to be still active. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to, you know what I mean? Oh, for sure. Good looking out. Cash App, $ PBF 400. Good look. But yeah, this is a fact. But yeah, that's how I know them guys. So to talk about my hair, I know y'all done seen Brick Baby shit worse than mine. Y'all didn't tell that nigga nothing. Yeah, so why you on me? But you know what? That's why I know y'all be commenting in here and y'all be having them alias backup pages. You know why? Because I see how fast I could taunt you niggas when I go on y'all page. Yep, that's what I've been doing. Do you know? Just let me let y'all know proven facts that I know niggas trying to duck and dodge saying my name, and I get more views than them on the dead homies. ODM Slim, let's start with him. Since he want to be all in the media, going back and forth with Rich the bitch riding dick ass trapper, right? Fuck all you hoes. I told you niggas was hoes when I first came to the internet. I said fuck it with none of you niggas, because all you niggas fuck with Drea. Now it wasn't nothing to do with Drea. But I kept seeing, wait, is she doing the editing for ODM Slim? I already told y'all that way back in my videos. Gangland Dean and Hefe, don't matter what the check say, as long as the feds pay, he there every day. Munchie Can't See and Old Dusty Draw Slim and Rich the bitch ride a dick ass trapper. Nigga, she was working for like 5 different all LA podcasting. I said, ooh wee. So if she's the middleman, they're not gonna beef with each other like that. So if I say something, I will be the content for all they platforms, and they could all jump me and build a narrative, just like Munchie did. Well, Munchie didn't even build a narrative, it was Bosco. But Munchie trying to act like he don't know me. And then he ain't never said, you know how he going back and forth with Braves? He ain't never said nothing about Neptune not knowing his brother. He's a bitch. You see where I'm going with this shit? He'll go back and forth with Braves, but he won't go back and forth live with Neptune. First off, he know I'm from the squad where when we was beefing with IF, nigga, we was there, nigga. The fuck you mean, nigga? So you know you can't just swindle me with words. I grew up with the ones that was doing this with us, and we was doing it together. That's what make it worse. Before we start beefing, we was in the car together doing it together. It was no difference. That's why Inglewood families blew up so big. Y'all want to start tearing the truth? I'm an Inglewood baby, nigga. If we all was from different hoods, you know what the neighborhoods used to say no matter what neighborhood we went through? Oh, that's the Inglewood families, nigga. Cause why? We used to say Inglewood Queens, Inglewood Avenue Piru, Crenshaw Mafia. Nigga, y'all just thought all of us was families. That's why that shit blew up, she waited. On the dead homies. Go back and forth about that. Munchie can't see. Yeah, every time we was sliding, it was damn near one nigga from different hoods. Nigga, and they just thought, cause we said Inglewood, the first thing out our mouth, Inglewood Queens, Inglewood CP, nigga, it was Inglewood first. Y'all thought we was Inglewood families. That's all y'all heard when y'all track stars. Stop the cap. Don't pop it to me. Don't pop it to me. At my age, we was all straight. Nigga, it was no difference in the hood. The difference was, nigga, where we gotta drop these niggas off at, and whoever lived closest and the furthest, they get dropped off first. And it's still all in Inglewood. It wasn't like we was going to another biddy. Hell no, nigga. If we even knew you lived in another hood, we were so young with the blammers, we were like, blood, what you doing over here? Stay in the bando. It's safer. Nigga, we had a bando house in the hood for over 10 years straight. I'm talking about, we had the bando so long, you had homies paroling, cleaning up in there, telling you, hey, don't be dumping y'all blunt guts in the corner, man. Hey, man, if y'all gonna be fucking these bitches, go ahead and take them condoms and put it in this trash bag, or, you know, get a trash bag. Don't be leaving that shit on the floor, homie. I was like, God damn, this nigga really living in this bitch. This nigga telling niggas not to leave condoms and blunt wrappers and blood vacuuming and shit. On the dead, homie, nigga vacuuming. Like, sheesh. Hey, you know the funny thing, old boy just said, put me on. I'm 45. Hey, you know what's so funny but ain't funny? When I went to Lake Wells, Florida, right? I just had parole. I was 25. I was about 225. I had the Snoop Dogg braids. I always had long hair, so I had one braid on each side like Snoop Dogg, right? So I get out in Lake Wells, Florida. I'm driving a Jag, the double bubble-ized Jag, right? You gotta say it's like 2010, turning 11, right? But it's summertime on Bloods, look. So look, nigga, what's the deal? What's happening there? So then I hop out, I'm in Lake Wells, Florida, right? And it's a Sunday, but I didn't know nothing, right? Cause I'm just smashing it. I just moved out there really. So it's a Sunday, and I mob up in the store, and dude's like, hey, where you from, man? And I forgot, I had a yellow, I'll never forget, I had a yellow bill and I had an SC hat on there, you know, like 6-0 crib shit, you know, South Central. So, but I wouldn't know that, it was burgundy. Don't get me fucked up. So anyway, I walk up in there and they say, oh, you from Cali? I said, yeah, for sure. They was like, oh yeah, what you got going on out here? I said, I just moved out here real quick with my wife. You know, she finna train some people to sing at church and stuff like that. They was like, oh, all right, for sure. They was like, hey, you a gang member? I said, yeah, man, I'm from Inglewood. I'm a blood. They was like, oh yeah? He was like, oh, me and my brother wanna be bloods. On the dead homies, that's what these niggas told me. Me and my brother always wanted to be bloods, man. We wear red all the time, man. Look, man, if you could take me to your hood, man, I wouldn't care, man. I put in some work for y'all, this, and that. Man, I wear me. Look at this, my brother over here. He like 45. I'm 38. I was like, what? In my head, I'm thinking, I'm definitely not fucking with you niggas. If I wasn't finna fuck with Bosco at 19, this nigga talking about he 38 and his brother 45. And y'all always wanted to be bloods? What the fuck is you just tell me? Is you stupid? Wanted to be bloods? Grown? And still wanting to be? You break? No, nigga, this ain't the hood. This ain't the hood for you, bro. This ain't the, I'ma tell you, no. Yes, that was OG Bobby Johnson's gang. And so, I go up in there and they had these big old chains on the fucking liquor aisle. Like, you know how you just go in there and get your motherfucking Mike's Hard Lemonade, Smirnoff Ice, you know, all that little bullshit, you know what I mean? So all that shit was chained off with a thick ass chain, right? So I walk up and I said, hey man, why the chains on the thing? I'm trying to get something to drink. He said, oh, you not from here? I was like, nah. He was like, I could tell by the way you talk. Where you from? I said, Cali. He's like, oh, all right, all right. He said, I seen them dudes harassing you in the front. What's they talking about? I said, I don't know, man. They was talking about they want to be some gang members. He was like, yeah, they be here every day. I know them their whole life. Hey, man, look, check this out. What you trying to get? I said, man, that was back in my OE days. Nigga, 25 years old, I was still drinking OEs, dead homies. 2010, dead homies. No still order, just OEs. No 211s. So bam, I go, nigga, they had a motherfucking a 32 ounce. They don't sell 40 ounces in Florida. The biggest thing, and it was in a plastic bottle I had never seen before. That nigga said, this is a 32 ounce OE. I said, nah, I wanted a 40. He said, nah, I really know you from Cali now, because we don't sell 40s. It's again to sell 40s, 40 ounces of any alcohol beverage in Florida. On the dead homies, he told me that. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, you don't know, because your ass stay in the hood all the time. No shit. Dummy. And you wonder why you get smacked. Because niggas know where you at. You ain't never left. Dummy. That's why they smack you and then they leave. That's the point. Smack a nigga, then get low. Allegedly. I'm trying to see where the snake at. I don't see if y'all see this snake. What's the deal? What's the deal? That's the little snake. Supposed to be breeding some of them soon. We shall see. I know half of y'all hella scared of snakes too. I don't know, I ain't really scared of too much. Shit, I wasn't even scared to pick Ebony up. When she passed, I looked at her in her eye. I was rubbing her head the whole time. Like, you know, I think like my dad made me shake up out of that because I had to pick up my first Rottweiler when I was a kid. And then, you know, my dad said, I was looking around, they was like, hey, you know Rio died. I was like, what? So I went to the backyard, nigga had his tongue out looking goofy. That nigga had ants and shit coming all out his shit, right? So I was like, damn. So I was like, what we supposed to do? My dad said, oh yeah, I called the pound people. They supposed to come pick him up, but you gotta bring him to the side gate. You gotta bring the dog to the side gate so they can scoop him up. And I was looking like, me? Me? Go? Me go? Pick the dog up? And he was like, yeah, you. And I never forget, I had a sliding glass door in my bedroom to the backyard. I had easy access to the backyard. You know, my dad locked that bitch on me and looked at me like, get to handling your business. And I'm talking about like, I gotta touch it. Nigga, I wasn't poking it with no stick or nothing, but man, he got me up out of that quick. That's why I could look. I could look right in her eyes. Even right now, when the doctor took her to the back, and they was pulling her out, they was like, "Damn, it's crazy. She still looks beautiful." I said, "Yeah." She even looked like you could stuff her with cotton, like how people do them lions and bears and stuff. They was like, "Yeah." And the cool thing about it is, it looks like she wants to bite somebody, cause her side of her mouth is like this, like on both sides though. It's like this, like she was finna get to somebody, but without showing the teeth. Ebony went out looking like she finna tear up the underworld. Like, whoever got that dog in the underworld, Ebony, she tearing something up right now. For real. She ain't scared of shit. Ebony came through like a Trojan. Believe me, when she kicked open that door. When she went to that other side, she kicked open that door like Ebony, like she already got ready. She seen what the other side was already. She was like, nigga was at it. Like, I was like, damn, Ebony. But the same day I bought her, and when I picked her up, when I bought her out the litter, you know, I picked her up and she was on the right side of my neck. She was 7 weeks. You know, she tried to bite me. And I said, this is the very words I said. I said, oh yeah, if she tried to bite me today, and this the first day, just imagine when you gonna get bigger. And I was smiling the whole way walking back on my mama. On the dead homies, I was smiling walking to the car like I stole something and was getting away. Like I was stealing out of a store. You know how you had a, man, I hope they don't catch me. I hope they don't tell me to come back. Yep, yep, yep. I knew. When I seen Ebony, when she act like that, I was like, oh no. Mm-mm. It did what she barked. All her brothers and sisters ran behind her. Because it was about like 8 of them back there. With Ebony, it was probably like 9. But yeah, when I went back there, they tried to say, "Oh yeah, here's one," and I was like, "Yeah, that's a nice boy, but let me see the other ones." And they was like, "Oh, okay, come back here this way." They called themselves giving me the next biggest one. And when I went to the backyard, I was like, I seen Ebony, and Ebony was bigger than a lot of them. I was like, "No, I want that boy right there." They was like, "Nah, that's not a boy." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, the boy right there." They was like, "That's not a boy." And then once Ebony heard her brothers and sisters like caught on to me and started barking, Ebony charged through, started barking, and yep, I was like, yep, that one. She barked, and they went back. I was like, yep, I want Ebony. And I could promise you, Ebony never stopped. She never stopped getting up old niggas. When she was about 4, no, I took her bus, started walking her in the neighborhood. Do you know when people try to pet her at the store, she was like, whoop, whoa, watch out. Like that was the first puppy I ever had in my life that wasn't going up to people to get petted. She would mind her own goddamn business. I was like, damn, Ebony is a person. She is not like, if she don't know you, people be like, oh, that's a cute dog. I seen her back up, duck her head, get between my legs, like, don't touch me. I was like, damn, I never had a Rottweiler puppy ever do that in my life. I thought all puppies was friendly. Ebony wasn't. She was not. If and then when she was little, and they be them stray dogs that run up on her, she never ran. She never ran between my legs. She always stood up, start barking, and if that dog all the way came up on her, then she would sit her butt down because she didn't like nobody sniffing her butt. First puppy that act like a grown woman in my life, and I had a lot of them. Ebony would sit down because she didn't like people sniffing her butt, and she knew she was little. But oh, when she got big, she boy, listen. Ebony, before she rests in peace, she at least got 7 bodies. She done bit about 7 people. I remember out here in Georgia, I left the Benz windows cracked in the back, just enough for her head, right? So when I pull up, I leave enough distance because it was like a Sunday or something, and this weird ass black nigga, you know how them old bald head niggas looking like he dressed like Bentley, like he finna go take P Diddy to a P Diddy party. He had them numbers in the back, like, you know, he part of a business, a limo business, but it was like a black, like Cadillac truck. So this nigga washing this shit down. I never forget. I was going to CVS. And nigga, so ebony head is just enough to stick out and get air, cause I don't do it wrong. I never do it wrong. So I go leave. This nigga got more than enough room. This nigga got more than enough room. Man, why this nigga come back when I come out? Your dog bit me. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, your dog, she bit me right on my shirt and tried to pull me in the car. And I'm thinking, I was gonna argue with this man, like, so you mean to tell me you was wiping your car down, I left, and she didn't bark at you or nothing, and she just bit you? That's like telling me something about my child I didn't know. And a dog is a child. They gonna keep doing the same shit. Like Ebony licking her ass. She lick her tail area, like right where the tail supposed to be, and it be wiggling. She been licking that area since she was a baby. Sometimes she'll lick it so much she'll get a rash. Like, Ebony, I gotta go buy medicine for this shit. Like, I don't know what it was, but she loved licking her almost by her ass, but I call it licking her ass. And that's just what she do. Every time she get a bath, you know what she gonna do? Run in the backyard and flip all in the grass. Like, what is the point of the flea spray and all that when you just gonna take a bath, go in the backyard and start ripping and rolling all in the grass? That's what she do. If it's a cold bath, she gonna look at you like, nigga, is you crazy? If it's a warm bath, then she gonna be like, scratching her, doing her little leg like she catching a seizure or something. You know how they be all happy and scratching and shit. Yeah, she did not like cold baths. She was a fucking human. She do the routine every morning. Wake up, fill the water jug. You know, even if she off a leash, if she see me pick up that water hose, she's going to go hide for no reason. For no reason. The only time I really disrespected her and sprayed her down, like when she didn't want to, when it was hot as fuck in the summer. I was just doing her a great justice. She didn't like it, but I bet she stayed cooler because it be hot and humid out here in Georgia. So, fuck what she was talking about. I wasn't trying to have her die. I'm the daddy, you the dog. But still, yeah, she went out like a G though. God bless. Oh, here we go. Here we go. When I get people to send like weird type of emojis and just weird little dialect in my chat, that's when I know I'm hitting back to that Germany, that Taiwan, that Vietnam, that China. I didn't even know I go out that far. Like YouTube for real. I be out far. I be out far. People be leaving all kind of weird ass comments though. Not weird like that, but and then like what really go crazy, it seemed like everybody like my shorts and my lives. But once I start popping these videos up, now it's gonna go crazy because I'm gonna do it, it's just what it is. Even though I don't want to be the type of commentator that'll just talk and then let a little bit of the video play and then talk some more, but that's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. But what I won't be doing is dropping 10 to 15 episodes a day like Spider-Loc. Spider-Loc, you need to take a break, dog. For real, nigga. I know you hiding from the LA streets. Your business been put out there for a matter. And then this how long I know your business been put out there. And how I broke up everything in LA as long as I've been on YouTube. So however long I've been on YouTube is the very first day I rest in peace, a whole podcast with three supposedly real niggas. Supposed to be real niggas. I broke up their podcast, and now ever since they broke up, everybody been struggling. Everybody been telling on each other. Everybody not friends. Everybody didn't involve Adam 22 in the shit, and then I still can't figure out how Adam 22 got so much to say. But who's to say who say too much? Cause Thug in there saying too much. Like that's telling. That's telling. This is my views on Thug and how he got down. First off, 2 hours? 2 hours? Bruh. If you was on, do you know me being on here 2 hours on a live, I be feeling like a long time. When I see anything on my shit, when I see what 120, I know I've been on here 2 hours. So if I see a two, nigga, I know I've been on here too long. Academics will pull a 5 to 8 hour shift on motherfucking YouTube. Live. It's tricky dance moves. But you gotta get into it. Cause if you don't get into it, you gonna stay where you at. I know I can get a lot more views and subscribers by doing it too. I just gotta pop it, but I ain't gonna pop it like I'm a fucking yeah, academics is goofy. But I ain't gonna pop it like I'm king first in the line for pills. You feel me? I can't pop it like king first in the line for pills. Cause that nigga just burnt. He just get on there. You know the king first in the line for pills, he always got a bogus allegation that ain't nobody heard of before, but it be so bogus that he try to bring it to you in a joking matter, like kind of like a Bosco type way. He'll bring it into you like a joke, but they really, you know what I mean? They just trying to cloud up on anybody that a fish hook on that shit. AT of Richie, give it up. Give it up. You showed out. Oh, no jumper. They got checked where you was bagging on whack. Because you end up banging on whack, putting it on BPS and on Bloods and this, and that. And your big homies that's still in your section said, nigga, calm your ass down before you catch this DP. And you know what he do? Calm it all the way down. They said, nigga, you can stay funny, but keep the hood out of it or you gonna get fucked up. Damn. That's crazy how they talk to little homies. And then a nigga actually got on there and told him to his face. So, you know, hey, ATM, hey, respect your big homies. Shit, they ain't that when one thing about it too is you gotta respect it because your hood ain't the internet. You bringing the hood to the internet. So little by little, shit is gonna be spoken on. And then the bigger you get, once you cloud up, Then you're gonna be able to move wherever you want to move, say whatever you want to say, and then it's gonna be worse because it's gonna seem like you was approved while you was down here doing it in the first place. You shouldn't do that when you still got some kind of YG or any kind of you. If you ain't OG, you shouldn't do it, nigga. Hell yeah, that nigga ride around with 50 EBT cards. That nigga, that nigga ride around with smokers, prostitutes, and everybody else. GR, Cal Fresh, nigga. That nigga got 50 of those too. He ain't gonna tell you about it. That nigga be collecting from them hoes. Nigga, that's how he keep his stable fed. ATM Rich, he got about 50 motherfucking Target gift cards. Nigga, he got about 50 EBT cards, nigga. He got all the IDs and the extra ones, you know? And then it ain't like it's like no big ass mystery. Just go downtown LA. Go downtown LA and just start asking around. You'll find what you're looking for. And I don't care if it's an ID. Oh, even to that David, the snitching. Nigga, the feds been down there. Nigga, what are you talking about? You can walk down there, nigga, and Mexicans, then okay, you said snitching? Well, fuck it, nigga. The MSs be down there, walking back and forth, walking up to you, say, hey, social security cards, hey, IDs. So if that's snitching, they snitching on themselves, nigga. Cause you can walk down there. Just walk down there and they gonna hit you up with a backpack on, nigga. Yeah, so snitch that, nigga, for show that. Nigga, and if that's done all day, every day, the police know what's going on. But back to that singer David. You know, that girl had all them fake IDs. I wonder where she got them. Living in Hollywood. Hollywood ain't far from downtown LA. Think about it. And then she a young Mexican looking girl. You don't think if she traveled way from Lake Elsinore, she ain't made a pit stop downtown LA? Stop it. She was a runaway artist from the house. And this is not allegedly. This is on file from the police, her sister, her family. They been saying she been spinning off. Now, I don't see how a 13-year-old got way to LA. That's far. But one thing I do know about different cultures, they be taking them at different ages. Now, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's that's a whole nother like that's when I would leave the conversation because I ain't got nothing good to say, you know? So just like they said, if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing. And I think it's all wrong. So shit, you know, I ain't never been a pimp and ain't trying to be no pimp, but I know I got 3 sisters. So hell no. I'm not finna be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Go ahead and get your pimp on. Hell no. What is you doing that for? Do you know you're a girl? You can walk up to damn near any store and get a job. Just go put that bullshit ass makeup on, put them fake ass eyelashes on, put that fake ass lipstick on, and go put on that fake ass dress that make all your assets look good, and go get your job. Me, I go up in there, please. As soon as I came up in there, I could be talking educated, and they still gonna turn your black ass around, nigga. You thought you was a nigga? You knew you would. I don't even, bruh, why you even apply here? You knew you was, come on, man. Yes, that's how that shit go. But that's how it go. So, that's what it is. Oh, I ain't put the shit. But yeah, free Diddy, man, you know, I don't know, they said a lot of tricky stuff going on with Diddy case, man, but you know, if you got them good lawyers, they gonna find anything. So I ain't mad at them, you know? You gotta get your money, man. You got to get your money, man. So that's the whole point of having good lawyers, to get up out of there, right? So if you got the money, why not? But Diddy having a good time up in there. Diddy ain't really mad. You gotta understand. If he already messed with dudes on the street, he's he's tripping because he can't go, filet mignon, Benihana, take his private jet cruises, use that special soap, whatever it is. But that's the only way he really hurting. He not hurting like monetary wise. Like that nigga got money. Even if he said it was all gone, that nigga got residuals from different stuff that a lot of people don't know about. You gotta always understand he is a New York nigga. And he was around as things progressed. He way back bad boy with Biggie Smalls. So if Biggie Smalls was at the top of his prime way back then, how many people ran across him like, hey man, if you invest in us in the hood, hey man, if you invest in us over here in the hood, hey, we doing this on the back end, hey, the homie got a tire shop and a chop shop. Like you just do that being from a fast area state. So, Diddy been knowing hitters, bodyguards, and all type of stuff before any of us was really even thinking about that. That's how old Diddy is. Then just y'all just thinking about what he did to different women and stuff like that. Nah, man, that nigga did stuff to niggas too. Didn't pay them, kicked them out of parties, didn't pay staff, security, all type of stuff. That's just, the petty stuff don't even hit. The deep stuff is what go to court, not the petty stuff. So it's a lot of ways P. Diddy didn't deal what he did to people, but you know what I mean? He is old. Diddy can't be in there a long time. You know what I mean? They even though it looks like they living a healthier life, you still in there eating soups. Soups is a lot of sodium. Chips is a lot of sodium. Rip and ready packs, a lot of sodium to keep that meat from turning in the pouch. Beef sticks, cheese. Like, what are you gonna be eating in there? Spreads? That's all you can eat. Spreads, rice bowls, fried this, fried that. That's not a diet for somebody his age. What is, man, here we go. Here we go, another goofy. Yeah, Gene Deal been out the way. What's happening? Gene Deal been out the way though. Gene Deal used to be showing up every day to that shit now. And then Gene Deal, he was getting major views. He was going to everybody getting major views. What's the deal? What's the deal? Shout out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all up in here, say less. Yeah, Gene Deal, he was damn near like once or twice a week talking about Diddy and all that. But that's the algorithm though. All it take is, just like they did with Young Thug, how they trying to use 1090J to save Young Thug career. You can't do that, bruh. You can't do that. First off, how is he gonna save somebody's career and he a white boy? Second, his own hood say he is not a blood, and y'all still listen to him like y'all forgot that. What, he the paperwork man? He damn near on the whack 100 tip, but we not gonna go there. But how is he credible? The same dude that got incident reports in prison on telling on niggas, 1090J, telling on niggas, how is he the credible source to put paperwork on other people and then be a white boy? Come on, man. He done went after Big Meech, Larry Hoover. He done went after every major figure in the black community. I still ain't seen one white dude that he tried to take him off his pillar. I'm waiting. It's a lot more people. He can even go we can start with Adam 22. But why he ain't never touched on Adam 22? And I'm a spark to that. I have yet to find an end of sentence with Adam 22. Adam 22 has talked to the feds regarding, we know for sure, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, Big U, Rico type conversations. Don't Adam 22 have a recorded call with him and the detectives when he was there with his lawyer, present with his lawyer? Ain't that public information? because the public paid for the officers, the court clerks, the judge, the bailiff, the paperwork, the processing. So where is Adam 22's interrogation? Yeah, let's talk about it. Don't matter. Put it on a major platform and let everybody see how Adam 22 get down. The whole purpose of showing that, even though if he's not a street dude, show what he's liable to say on you, and then you go to his podcast. Show what he says under his non-affiliate ass rights, but see what he says to see and give yourself action before you sell yourself down the river. Remind you, his dad is best friends with Bill Clinton, the president of the United States, which his last name is Adam Grand Mason. Somebody tell me what the hell is a Grand Mason? And then you put the pieces, the last piece, to the goddamn puzzle. Smart people. Mm-hmm. 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 Trusting? Never. Go over there? Hell no. And then to hear when Adam 22 get into it with a self-proclaimed or street proclaim, because we know the streets ain't shit. Favoritism. Street proclaim, real nigga. Get into it with Adam and see how fast he put your business out there like you a bitch. Like he's not even scared of you. But you're the street gang member, respectable thug, aka rapper, yapper, chatty patty ass nigga. Yep. And this is what it is. So welcome to your YouTubery. You see Aaron the Plumber got up out the way? Ain't nobody heard a peep from Aaron the Plumber, right? Yeah. You wanna know why? Aaron the Plumber whole purpose was to get out of jail. And you know, like everybody else say, make something of themselves. Well, he was one in the tens of thousands. I won't say a million, because LA, you can come up quick. He hit fresh out of jail from nothing to going viral, 20 versus 1, and then after that, he was getting his chili. Mind you, he's never even been out long enough to have his own place. That's how fast he got on. So he was always staying in hotels. When I used to call Aaron the Plumber, he was always in a hotel. He was always with a broad. And you know what the broad was doing day one? Recording this nigga by the time he wake up until he went to bed. If she didn't do nothing else, literally, she helped him to be who he is. Because if you don't have some kind of camera crew, even if it's just a phone, people want that content. He sold it all the way until he got that big fight. And now, since the big fight, where's Aaron the Plumber? Remember, I used to call that nigga, and I remember he told Wack to his face on a phone call, nigga, I got 45 million views this month. I said, damn, 45 million views this month? I was thinking in my head, what the fuck is YouTube finna pay this nigga? This nigga got NBA YoungBoy money on there, you feel me? He never said nothing. I still don't know how much it is in total. But I know he was getting enough chili to where when me and him was gonna do that Spit on Me remix, where that nigga spit on me, blind at the fade, He did that, I swear to God, in 12 hours, nigga, that shit was almost like 300 and something views. 300 and something K views. I was like, damn. So I hit the nigga up because I had went to sleep and woke up. I seen it when it first came out. Nigga, I went to sleep, woke up. Man, I hit that nigga up. He was like, yeah, I'm in Georgia right now. I was like, yeah, man, I'm finna be there soon too. He's like, yeah, Brodusky, what's going on, Brodusky? I was like, look, bro. I was like, man, we need to do that too. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, I just wish, you know, shit, if I can't get the fade with Donut, man, we gonna have to slime him out on that video, brother. I was like, for sure, we gonna do that. That's what Aaron the Plumber was. We already had text messages and everything. Just like I got text messages of fucking the main people that I got text messages of is me, grilling Bosco, way before the internet. Me going back and forth with Loose Cannon, and then Loose Cannon calling, message, sending me shit, sending me lives he on right now. I got that. And then I got Aaron the Plumber. Got a gang of Aaron the Plumber. And a lot of them gonna be calls. Cause he always used to like, even though texting is cool, he always used to like to get the audio. That's how he got Whack 100. And when Whack 100 heard himself get uploaded to YouTube, that's when Aaron the Plumber started clouding up on the, man, I'm gonna go tell on that nigga. What happened? What happened? Aaron the Plumber ain't never told on him, huh? Remember he did that segment? Aaron the Plumber was supposed to be, yeah, man, fuck that, man. Shit, nigga threatened my mama, nigga, woo, this, and that, nigga. You know, certain things are too far, man. If you don't want to line it up, you know what I mean? If you don't want to line it up, Brodusky, man, you know I know that nigga, man. That nigga already know how he coming when he talk. He talk like a Stockton nigga, Bay nigga for real. It's like mixed, cause Stockton ain't really Bay, but it is, but it ain't Bay, but it is. They fuck with them niggas in jail, but they ain't Bay, but they is. They up north niggas, but they not Bay, but they close, but it's still a ways to the Bay, but I get what you talking about. And then Seti Nash, oh my Lord, nigga, look, bro, Stockton to this day, let me burst your bubble about Stockton. Stockton is where, what's that nigga name from 40s that got killed, that used to be a YouTuber, with the ponytail, dark skin with the glasses. Anyway, that's why they was over there to go ahead and duck him off. Remember he was a YouTuber and they said they found him on the side of the road in a ditch? Yeah, S-Bone. That's over there in the Stockton area. You know why I know about Stockton and the way he got dumped off? Because in Stockton, they got a lot of roads that don't got sidewalks like the country. Oh my dead homies. It's straight dirt. No sidewalk like the city, gang. It's country type areas over it, but it ain't considered country, but it is country. It's like farming. Like they got their little city areas, but that city is farming too. They look, it's a hood out there called, it's some Broadways out there. I ain't gonna say it's a hood called, it's some Broadway gangster Crips out there on the dead homies. And in they hood out there in Stockton, ask G Perico if his homies ain't out there in Stockton. Cause I know two of them. And one of them real name is Prince Stallworth. Prince Stallworth and Michael Stallworth is two niggas from Broadway Gangsta Crip in Stockton. I know them niggas. In they hood, it's dirt roads. Where they live in they hood, it's a dead end. They play basketball at the dead end. And it's still dirt from when I was a kid. It's a street, but it's all dirt sidewalks and all. It's still like that. When you bounce the ball, dirt come about the bottom. That's how it is. So, nigga, come on, man. I know Stockton. That's why I said I can run a YouTube and just pop it because I know where I been. I ain't just popping it. I know I been. That's what make you an OG. You done been somewhere. You can't be an OG if you just know everything in your section. Well, how you gonna put somebody on to something? You ain't seen shit. You ain't did shit. Nigga, if you a real baby from the hood, you finessed the liquor stores. Nigga, you done stole from all the liquor stores. Nigga, you done had a girlfriend damn near in every other building, if not all the buildings. Trap spots, getaway side motherfucking gates, stash spots in the bushes. Nigga, everything, nigga. You even got hit-ups in buildings that got paint over a gang of times. But this hit-up has been here for years. It's like they always forget that area type shit. That's when you know you really from your gang. You be like, these niggas paint the shit out this building, but this hit-up right here has been here for years. It never left. Talking like that, you be in your hood. You don't see Bosco though. When the dead homies gonna see Bosco. We see Bosco like how you see me. Oh, look at that nigga Bosco. Nigga still ugly as a motherfucker. Look at blood. Lying. You be just looking at him like, liar. Where, who told you this? Nigga, you wasn't there. So who you going off of he say? You don't know no say. That's why you can't go back and forth with me. Cause I know say, you hear say. You internet news. I am the fact. The brick wall. Ain't no passing, nigga. I was there. Shut your bitch ass up. That's when I'll call you a bitch ass nigga. You gonna talk about some shit you don't know. Nigga, I was there, nigga. Peanut butter munchie man, nigga, that shit happened to him. But they'll dummy you down. Just like Wax said, you gotta pick a side. Nigga, I ain't picking no side, and I'm glad I didn't. I stood on my 10 toes like, but you can say Pyru all you want, nigga. That's cool. First off, I ain't from that. Second, talking about choose a side. Nigga, who the fuck you think you talking to? Nigga, I ain't from Pyru. And then once you said Pyru, I already knew we ain't had no motherfucking 10-toe alliance, nigga. We split ways. You do P's, I do B's. Get it right. Don't get it fucked up. But that nigga told me choose a side. Him 600 and loose cannon. What was you gonna do? Put me on no jumper? And then have me tell some truth, but tell some lies? Nope, can't do it. Pass. That's like asking me to be a security guard. Nope, can't do it. I ain't talking to no police and I ain't giving no descriptions. That's why I can't be the security guard. So how the fuck you got Donut being a security guard for Ray J? How the fuck do Ray J got him, the older homie, doing security for the gay parade or with Gator Nation or whatever that Ray J got going on with the gay people? How you gonna say you a OG and you still twisting up fingers at funerals, and your brother, your big brother just got smoked for Bosco putting his business out there? Yeah, Bosco put his business out there, where he lived, where he be at, and got him smoked 5 months later. And you over here bodyguarding for gay niggas. But you say you a gangster and you a thug. What's your title again? Security guard. You already fucked up, nigga. As soon as you say security anything that's certified, tell it, nigga. Your job consists of talking to officers. Correct, nigga? So you mean to tell me if there's an incident, Mr. Security Guard, and the police ask you, what did he look like? What was he wearing? What will you say, young thug? You gonna be in there for 2 hours too. Oh my mama. And you gotta stay there if you wanna keep your job. You bitch. Then, let's go even further. Let it be a real charge. Your bitch ass gotta go to court or you in violation. So you gonna be in violation with the white folks and you gonna be in super violation in the hood. See how that don't make sense? How the fuck can you be a security guard and you a gang member? Them niggas backwards as 2 left shoes. And then got the nerve to stand on it. Oh yeah, this some Say Less merch. I be forgetting I be wearing my own shit. That's what I said, like, nigga, there is nothing to talk about. Once I say the such as that, nigga, who gonna have back and forth with what I said? You have to tell the police what happened. That's your job. What are you talking about? That's why I could never be security. You have to go to court. It ain't no Mr. Even, man, bruh, look. If you're doing security, you know them niggas be like, yeah, I do security in my own hood. Yeah, that's cool. But when the police come, do you leave or do you stay? You have to stay. Why? Because they got cameras everywhere now. The first thing gonna ask is, your cameras work? What the owner gonna say? Nah, not through these hours, you know. No. They're gonna try to get that insurance policy. So, and keep their face and business off the news. Yep, they gonna do it. Just like all the Asians, all them Indian motherfuckers at 7-Eleven. Yeah, them Indian motherfuckers at 7-Eleven is the one that crucified most you niggas that did shit at 7-Eleven. They gave them the footage. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, you might as well just crash out. Like Buddha. Just crash out, because that's what's going on. Text messages to your girl. Haha, hee hee, we finna do this or that. And then to find out, $3,000. Man, you sound like old boy with the young Dolph. $500. You think he wasn't gonna tell on Quet? Shit, nigga. First off, he don't bang. Let's start right there. Let's do it FYBJ main style. Let's start the nigga don't gang bang. He has no alliance to no one. And he does drugs. And you knew he did drugs. But you still thought he was a candidate. Why? Because everybody else was like, nah, I ain't crashing out. Dolph, man, I'm gonna be dead in 2 weeks. That's what really happened at Memphis. But that's just street talk. Remember, mine's hearsay. Might not be true, but it sure make a lot of sense. Niggas knew goddamn well if you really grow up in your section and you still stay there, because all them niggas is trench babies. Memphis niggas ain't getting so much bread they moving out. Dolph was the president. That nigga was getting more chili than CMG by himself. Now, Key Glock, he had certain songs, but he wasn't my type of he wasn't my type of Kool-Aid. He ain't have enough, you know. That shit didn't taste right. That shit was like, you know what I mean? This shit tastes like straight dye. But you know, he had one or two, three bangers. I fuck with Key Glock on a couple songs, but other than that, nah. And if it's because he too Memphis, then say it's that. But nah, Key Glock ain't never. Glorilla, oh Lord have mercy. I can only listen to that. She sound like she RuPaul or something. Like, damn, is you a nigga or a bitch? Cause your voice is hella deep. But you know, just like they said, you know, before she got her teeth done, and you know, when she was working at that local store, she was looking kind of burnt out, bruh. She Glorilla looked like a gorilla. Like, bro, hence the name. They probably said, man, that bitch ugly as a gorilla. And then she put the glow on it. And that nigga put that chain around her neck and made her feel glowy. And now she all of a sudden got titties. Boy, you didn't have no titties like that when you was at working at, what was that, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, where she was taking her flicks. Nigga, please. Nigga, she looked like a gorilla. She didn't have nothing, no chest, no booty, no nothing. Girl, where you get all this from? And you know, in Memphis, everybody's super thick. You know what I mean? Like, down south booties for sure. Man, she was like Penelope, bro. Wasn't nobody checking on no gorilla. And then now she got a little change. She'll pop up after a couple months. You see, every time these bitches or these dudes get some money and they start like fixing their appearance, now all of a sudden when they get something new on their body, picture, and then you don't hear nothing from them for a while, and then this picture, like 6 months to a year later. Like, come on, man, y'all be in there like. Y'all be really taking that Grand Theft Auto pick apart body NBA 2K ass shit for real, for real. Y'all really be in them magazines, and they don't be looking at just the clothing no more. They be like, ooh, now if I could get my titties to sit up in that dress just like hers, I'll buy this dress, bitch. So first I gotta get the titties, then I'm gonna get the hips so I can fill it out, bitch. And then yeah, shut your dumb ass up. And that's how you know you got money that you don't need. Doing shit like that. Shit don't make no sense. What do you do that for? And then you got all this fake shit. And then got the nerve to say you want a real nigga. God damn, how that shit work out? You want a real nigga, but everything fake. Nails. What that shit remind me of? I'm gonna get you, sucker. When she took off the leg, the wig, the teeth. You remember y'all remember I'm gonna get you, sucker? And she took off all that shit, and then she started snatching off all her nails and shit and pulled off her hair. She looked like a cancer patient with one leg. Nigga, please. Nigga, nigga, nigga. That's what's going on. It was exaggerated, but it was real. Uh-oh. We got the Trump supporters in the building. Shout out Trump. He gets it done. Shout out Trump. He gets it done. Then Trump over there trying to get Charlie Kirk girl already, trying to get his free fills. Y'all know what he like. He like them blonde hair, blue-eyed girls. So, you know what I mean? Don't get it messed up. Don't get it messed up. Yep, don't get it messed up. You know, a lot of dudes' baby mamas came from funerals. Don't get it fucked up. You know, I used to have homies from the hood that tell me they go to funerals because that's where all the bitches be at. They say go to church too. Acting like they got the Holy Ghost for the bitches. On the dead homies. I used to be like, wow, these niggas foul. I go to church because I have to. I'm under 18 years old, and if I don't, I got a dad at home that's gonna put belt literally to ass. Not just talking. You gonna get socked up, boom, boom. And I wasn't really fond of going body with somebody 270. Them hits is kind of different. You dig? I don't think ever in life I'm finna hit 270. The most I got was 230. Just to imagine 40 more pounds. I gotta be a stupid, dumb, fat nigga. But my dad was 270. At his most, in his ID, it said 300. I was like, God damn. You can't wrestle a brother that's 300 pounds. You will exhaust yourself, even if you got good lefts and rights. He's a big bear. Leave him alone. But, like I said, Trump supporters, shout out Trump. He's trying to make the streets safe again, America great again. But I still want to know why Donald Trump tippy-toed around Chicago and went straight to Memphis. How in the hell did you miss Drill City? How'd you miss Drill City? Chicago is on the music, on the news, all the way to the week of you supposed to be pulling up, do mass shootings. And you said, nah, we're not gonna go there this week. We're gonna go to Memphis. Charlie Kirk wouldn't like that. Now would he? He'll say, get all of them and send them to jail off principles, right? He lives off principles. We all should. We all should care about everywhere, but some things we just don't care about. Now Chicago, they should have had some police there. You say, damn, them too? You say they should. Hell yeah, nigga. These niggas shooting kids. These niggas shooting babies. Do you know the 11-year-old, 12-year-old brother of the 5-year-old, 8-year-old that you knocked off because your GTA Grand Theft Auto 5 wasn't working like it was like on the game? Yeah, you sprayed some old people too that was in there reading the Bible? Yeah, I done heard stories about that too, come across the news. An old man reading the Bible in his living room. Dome shot. But then I gotta think too, man, he was reading the Bible and he still got knocked down? The holiest Bible. And he still got knocked down reading what he believed in, right? And you say that was for him? Why he reading the Bible though? And y'all praying that y'all kids make it up and down the street to school safe. But y'all praying the same way he was reading that Bible, right? And then you hooping and hollering like a Sunday service when your kid come up missing. But you prayed that they were safe before they went to school. But back to the old man that was reading the Bible that got dome shot by some Chicago little YN that don't know how to shoot right. I would think the Bible would have protected him from a bullet, right? It's the holiest of holiest books, right? But you still see a lot of pastors doing strange things with young boys. While they hold the Bible. And not just hold it, they'll hold it over their head. And tell them it's cool what they did. Well, if that's what it is, that's what it ain't supposed to be. And this is all why they hold a Bible. And they preach this to you to tell you to take what they say literally. And you will prosper, overflow it with milk and honey. Well, some kids need milk and honey to put in their motherfucking cereal, besides the roaches and the extra treats that's found in the cereal. So, you know, it is what it is. But Trump, like the YNs out there, they was all in front of the police station, jumping on the cars with blammers and switches and all that. Look, Chicago, look, man. If Trump was to come out there with the armed forces, those tanks, look, man, do you know those tanks are bulletproof? Your cars ain't. Now, I understand it's a lot of y'all out there like roaches. And when I finally officially heard how many goddamn hoods is in little ass Chicago, I was like, God damn. That shit like 2,000 gangs. 2,000 different gangs in one state? Bro, not even so much poverty. How is there poverty when we always need to advance? It's structure of the poverty. There's several billionaires that are contractors that want and fight what they want. Chicago, LA, DC, Philly, what they want it to look like. But everybody got their own mind. And since everybody want to be the big dog, even though everybody got bread, things don't happen. Like, we could be building stuff for the future. And all these young dudes that's around the way, pick up jobs. Why everybody, like, why do everything gotta go through? You gotta get your ID. You gotta turn in your Social Security so they can get taxes off you. Why don't you just pay the man, put a sign up and say, $100 a day jobs, working such and such amount of hours, blah, 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 blah. Why it ain't straight across like that? Because why? It ain't set up to be like that. Nope. They want to know who making the money, how many niggas came, how many hours they working. Look, man, as a grown man, you should know when enough hours is enough hours. That's why you pay the man by the day. Because if he don't come back tomorrow, maybe he made his end. But the next person is going to fill in. But you know how it go. This is life. You just got to deal with it. So the poverty, no. The structure of America, yes. And when you talk about structure, now you're talking about the government. But if you talk about it too much, and if you ain't got no glass around you, yeah, they're gonna kirk your ass. And then, it's like, you know, we got freedom of speech, but to a minimum, because if freedom of speech, you know why these college kids is going so hard at their schools doing what they're doing? Because the law states freedom of speech. The Constitution states freedom of speech. It didn't say freedom of speech unless you were talking about certain people and then we take you to jail, or you have a major consequence that deals with your education. Yes. For real. That's what a job is. A day consists of all different type of things. You don't know what this man, you see the face of the man, but you don't see what come with him. Just like you wouldn't know if he was a drug addict or he had 6 kids. You wouldn't know, just as long as he show up for the job. So why is it that we gotta work, turning our numbers into y'all, so y'all keep track of our numbers, then take a percentage of our numbers and then say income tax at the end of the year? What the fuck you holding my money for? My money and my energy, work is my business. Why do I have to involve some third person in my business? And then, even in school, you're not teaching them everyday stuff to survive. You're not. You were teaching them about history that ain't nothing. What the hell are y'all still teaching this old history shit for? That history shit that been debauched so many times. That's why kids end up graduating, going to college, and then be mad at the high school teachers that told them the bullshit that they was believing in. Singing songs to, doing pageants, doing stage plays in front of the whole school. Straight mockery bullshit. Yep. So, you know, that is the law of the land. You know, even with this YouTube shit, you know they pimping us. Even if you got somebody big and bold on here to tell you, oh yeah, I make 20, 30,000 a month. This is what I have to say to content creators that told me that bullshit ass lie. Bro, my views be booming more than your my lies be booming more than all your videos of that month. My shorts get more numbers than most you niggas views in anything you did that month. Some of you niggas ain't never touched a 39, 49, nowhere near K in your life by yourself. You was always featuring, or you always was the topic of some kind of scam. My nigga, I just be on here talking about all you bozo, whack 100 type niggas. And I'm up there. That's why I said, ODM Slim, you ran from me in your live. Oh yes, I remember. You had on that yellow hoodie. I got on there, I said something twice, live in your chat. And he was like, oh yeah, yeah. You didn't want to say my name. He was like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, look at Say Less. Oh, he always got something to say. He didn't want to say Neptune Lagoon. He didn't want to say none of that. But his moderators knew who I was. But then they didn't even go off into the weird shit they used to say back in the day. Because why? I shut them down with this. I said, hey, Dusty Draw Slim, hey, when you gonna pull a county where you like 49K by yourself, no help views? He said, oh man, I could go in my to this. Like, look back on it. He gonna say something about me. He went, oh man, this and that. And then this will make it even worse. He was holding a white baby. The first thing I said when I came on the live, I was like, oh, ODM Slim got some money on YouTube and saved a white African baby on the dead homies. That's what I said. When that nigga seen that, he read it, but then he tried to blow it off. But then I came with the second one, and that's when I said, he got so many bottles back there. What is you in a rehab center? And then that's when he said, oh, he couldn't hold it in. He was like, oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. This nigga Say Less. First he was gonna say my name, but then he said Say Less. Then he gonna say some bogus shit like, yeah, man, your homies told me they put you off. You can't come back to the hood. I was like, I'm looking at this nigga live like this, like, put me up. Told me, like, where's this? Where's your facts? Where's this video at? Shut your lying ass up. Nigga, you lie on everybody for clout. You like, he played the tethering role of the game of, he'll say certain things, but he's not gonna cross the line. Especially if he know if it blow up, he can't prove it. He's not gonna put himself in a position to get exposed like Whack 100. Yeah, and I was like, damn, ran me out my hood. Like, how is you cripping? And then this what I said, nigga always talking shit. I said, with you and Crip Mac, both y'all hood, I said, with y'all missing, y'all 13 deep, because you know the 5-5 Crips is only 15 deep total. That nigga got pressed. That nigga got pressed. Oh, the dead homies. Yeah, and then that's what I said too. I said, goofy ass niggas getting online talking about nigga $80 neighborhood Crip bets. Nigga, when you niggas is bogus as hell. Then I said on there too, I said, nigga put you on blast because you needed $7 to get your mocha latte at 7-Eleven. Ain't that some crippin' shit for real? This nigga petty. This nigga, yeah. With him and Crip Mac missing, it's 13 5-5 neighborhood Crips, nigga. When they all have a hood meeting and they deep, it's 15 of them. Only dead homies and niggas ain't deep, nigga. My hood ain't deep, but we ain't 15 deep, nigga. 15 to be, that'll just be OG homies. It's probably gonna be dub 5. I'm talking about old niggas that look like they need dialysis. Nigga, like, it's gonna be at least 15. I mean, it's gonna be more like a dub 5 if you were just triple OGs from my hood. Nigga, 15 deep. God damn, you niggas doing bad. Hell yeah, they surrounded. They got the 6 deuce brims and they got the VNGs, and they right here catacorner like 5-5s is like in the middle, cause 54th is right by 5-5. So when you go down Western, that's where they at. That's where they at. That's where they at for sure. But yep, for sure. But that's what I say, I roasted that nigga. And then maybe about, I give him about like 3 minutes after that nigga got off the live. I was in the middle, finna say something in his chat. I don't remember what I said because I didn't really kick it off. I would have remembered. But he ended the live before I could say something else. And I was like, yeah, nigga, get up out of here. And then I switched to the next subject. Like, yeah, ODM Slim, he gonna run from me because all he can just say is little bogus shit. But he know he ain't got no proof. He can't pull none of my homies up to say no bogus shit about me, like Whack 100. You can't do me like that, because you can't, because it's like the person that tried to say something about me, if he could, I got more stripes than you in the hood, just period. And then it even got stripes in the pen that came and spilled over to the streets. Not spilled over to where it was still war. It was just, y'all heard that, and then I was in there so long, that's like one of the names that niggas would say when niggas went to prison or was in the county jail. They'd be like, hey, you know your homie Neptune? They'd be like, yeah, Neptune. And if you didn't know what name, or you would say, cause you probably knew me as T-Dog, when them niggas say, the nigga with the big ass 400 Westside Queens on his back, they be like, oh yeah, like a football jersey? Yeah, I know, blood. That's how everybody knew me. They be like, the nigga with the big old, like a football jersey on his back, like, yeah. They be like, he tatted like the Mexican? Like, yeah, that's the homie. That's the big homie. Yeah, that's how they know me. I got a big old tattoo just like the Mexicans, had their hood on their back. Yeah, me too. Just like that. Not the Mexican way, but tatted up like 50 Cent back was, you know? So what no, you know what I mean? Oh wow, here we go. The bogus people woke up. We gotta get the bogus people some action. You know how the bogus people get down. Give them their time to shine. You know what I mean? It's cool though, you can get your time to shine. There's 18 people up in here. You know what I mean? Even when I let you get your time to shine, it's more people than ATM's Richie, and it's more than motherfucking King first in the line in pills. You know what I mean? That's how he got his name, King Pill. He was always the first in the line in jail, juvenile hall, in prison. He was the first to get his pills, so that's why they call him King Pills. He used to be trying to bully niggas because, you know, that was his connect. He used to try to make up lean and shit in prison and jail and shit like that, so he'll crunch it up, put it in some Benadryl and shit like that, and that was his, you know, because when people ain't sending no money on the street, you ain't got no family or nothing like that, you ain't cracking like eggs, well, that's what happens. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's why they call him King first in the line in pills. So since I got his status right here in my live, go ahead. Cause that nigga be over here trying to freestyle, rap, trying to make an album in front of y'all, and he got 17 people. So, you know, go ahead, trolls, get your troll on. This is your time to shine. I'll be back in 2 and 2, love connection style. You did? How long I been on it beat? I've been on here 90 minutes, so that's an hour and 30. King Pill first of the line. You know what I mean? And it ain't even so much I can say about him, because once you told me you got put on as a grown grunt man, see, I was already on Bosco ass for getting put on the hood at 19. Anybody know, if you grow up in your section, 19 is a very high number in that culture. Especially when we was over there 11, 12 years old. So nigga, if I'm over there 11, 12 years old, nigga, what the fuck, like, and I'm talking about hanging out 11, 12 years old, not just over there. So nigga, like, bruh, like, I met you after 5 to 6 years, already throwing my life away, but I don't even know I'm throwing my life away because I'm a kid. To you coming 5, 6 years later down the line of us been doing some shit, and you're older than us, and you want to be from over here? You know how many parties, funerals, bitches, linking up with other hoods to play sports? Bro, by doing that, people will start to know each other, mingle. Bro, I ain't never seen you. I would have known because you look like the motherfucker off of Star Wars. Yeah, nigga, I already remember your motherfucking ass, nigga. Come on, man. You would have pulled up looking like a zombie, bro. Bro, you did not grow up with us, Mr. Bosco, no 100s. Bro, Bosco, I ain't never even seen you pull up with hundreds in your pocket. I ain't never even seen a video, even when the ED and PPP was going on, nigga. You did not throw no hundreds in none of your videos. Chewbacca like a motherfucker. That nigga's ugly. Me and God would have problems looking like that man. What? I gotta explain, this is the way I had to look my whole life? That nigga came out his mama looking like Benjamin Button. Bosco was looking like a grown man the first day he came out. He had the beard, the craters in the face and everything. Mama was kissing him like this. Looking like the Grinch. The Grinch when he was born. Mama. Hit that nigga Bosco with the Grinch. Mama. Yeah, that's how ugly that nigga is. And then, let's not talk about the Nina boy and Bosco embarrassment of black people. That wasn't no fake. That was pure Nickelodeon entertainment. Bosco, no 100s. That fight was not keeping it 100. Bosco, what was you doing? You mean to tell me your first fight with Gonzo, that was bullshit? Then the shit with Nina girl, I was pulling my hair out trying to figure out when you niggas was gonna connect. You niggas was not West Side connecting. Man, embarrassment. And then got the nerve to this day to want to say he speak on real nigga shit and issues. Bosco, when you gonna catch a real fade? A real one. Bosco, when you gonna do it without the gloves off? You can't get no uglier. Matter of fact, a couple of lumps might make you look regular. God damn. Shit get to be hard out here for a pimp, man. My shoulders are getting heavy. Trying to carry the torch, man. I can't be the only one getting all these views by itself from LA. And you niggas be linking up, clinking up, shackling up, and going to the police station to try to get clouded up. And your views ain't even 1,000. Some of y'all don't even hit 500, but you got 60 some thousand subscribers, 80 some, 100 and some thousand subscribers. How in the hell, with that many subscribers, do you only have that many hundreds of views? And you shoot 10 to 12 of them a day. You ain't even doing the numbers I'm doing. How the fuck is you eating? God love all of us. That's why we all still alive. If you didn't know that, now you know. Yes, sir. And my phone on super red. So it's finna die any minute. But one thing I am gonna do, I got my massage yesterday. It was cool. It's probably like my third massage in my life. And I say this one, it wasn't one of the greatest. But that CBD oil that they use, it do help the muscles and stuff like that. I just hate that when you leave, you can't take a shower. Some places let you take showers after they do you all like that, but this place didn't. So, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. What was you talking about? It's a lot of stuff. Like I seen the Hoover niggas. He was on there with the Hoover nigga with the one with Gumby. And you know, I respect how you trying to do his setup and shit like that. But you know, when you get other people on there, and I guess you want to try to cloud up or back, what do you want to call it? Double back with somebody that was on no jumper, and you trying to, you know, keep the motion going on your channel. What I learned is everybody channel is their channel, and everybody don't mess with everybody channel, you know. And then it's another thing. It's so many channels that you have to find the algorithm that works for you. Like me, if I was working harder in the past 2 days and I was getting more I was getting like my regular views on my doing shorts, I would have had way more people in the chat right now. That's just a fact. Cause it's like they said a lot come from my lives and a lot come from my shorts. My shorts is a little bit more than my lives. And then my videos, that's when everybody do me the worst. Yeah, that shit worked. Yep, so I got that full body, front back. Yep, with the heat rocks. I was supposed to get the suction cups, but they didn't have that person in there to do it, so I had to get the rocks, the heat rocks. But yep, that was my day, and that's why I was up out of here. You know, when your birthday come, man, you ain't supposed to work. I was, but some people would have posted food and all that. That's a goofy shit. I do that every once in a while, but I ain't got to show every time I'm eating somewhere and going somewhere. But shout out Crocker Barrel, though. My first time going to Cracker Barrel. It was cool. It damn near looked like a gift shop when I walked in that bitch. It's like a gift shop in the front, and it's food all through there. And then it's cheap, though. It's like, not to even say it's cheap, but your food tastes better than IHOP's. Your food would be more and taste better than Denny's, Cracker Barrel. And then you get your syrup in its own glass. It look like shot bottles. It's the size of a shot, but it's actually syrup. That shit cool. Shout out though. But I am finna get up out of here, y'all. Got some little work to do. Gotta move the dogs. Get this little poison ivy out as best I can. Try to trim it down and probably like what's that metal rake, the rest of what I could pull the weeds out with. 'Cause when you got that strong metal rake, you can kind of yank better than regular rake. Like that regular rake, even if it's metal, you got to have that strong one that they be using for like fires and stuff. I forgot, but it is a metal rake. But I got to get that to get all that stuff out, and that is some work. All right, for sure. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tap into it too, because most of the time I just see your posts. I don't really come across the videos. So I'm gonna check you out today. But like I said, stay tuned. For sure, I'm going again live later on, couple of hours. Let this phone charge, because this shit finna be rest in peace. So it's another Say Less Moments. Like, comment, subscribe, and we on one. More videos, more lives, more